Hola amigas, 'tis I, Chlois, aka Manny Bish, on Instagram, and today we are going to be using these Pretty Diva dips again. So I already have the powders on my left hand are Pretty Diva. That was my last video if you want to go check it out. And so now we are using these other three solid colors that came in the kit. And yeah, so I'm not using any glitters on this mani. So we're only using the solids because, like I said in the last video, I was afraid to use the one dip because it's like the stencil confetti like glitter, which I have never used before, honestly. So I'm just a little like, because I hear people have trouble with it. And then this other glitter, while I like it, it just to me didn't fit well with a bunch of the colors in the kit. But I do really, really like these solids, and so this is what I'm going to be using. So I'm going to I'm going to go ahead and do both dips on both two layers here on my index finger first, because this is the only finger I'm going to do in this color. And so I just wanted to go ahead and get it out of the way. So after I've got that pink on there, I just put that dip away. And honestly, I really love that pink color. It is so gorgeous. So fall, yet like not, typical like brown, nude, gray, green kind of vibe. It's a really pretty fall pink. So love that. I'm going in with gray on my middle finger and orange on my ring finger. And I really do love this gray too. So on my left hand, I have that more lavender light gray color that was in this dip kit. And this one is the darker of the two grays, and it's gorgeous too. And that orange, it looks like it's going to be so bright, but it's not. I don't know. I really like these colors. So now I went ahead and did my pinky and thumb. Off camera, I'm going to do my second layer of the gray. Sorry guys, I don't know what I was saying. My sensor yelled at me and cut off my audio because it's expiring soon. So anyways, my Dexcom sensor for my diabetes. I'm doing my second coat for the gray and the orange, and I'm only going to show you these two nails again so you have seen the full process for all three colors, and you're just missing out on the pinky and thumb, which are gray and orange. So, but you still get to see two layers of all the nails. So then we're going to go into clear capping, but I so love these colors. So the orange does stain your brush a little bit. So I was just making sure to wipe my brush off before dipping it back into the liquids. And the gray was fine, the pink was fine, no staining or anything with those. But these colors, I love these solid colors from Pretty Diva. They are so pretty, so pigmented. They layer beautifully on top of each other. Or on top of themselves. I haven't layered them on top of each other. But I mean, it just, lovely. And so now I am just doing my clear capping. I showed you the full process on my middle finger. The rest I'll just show you after I've had them already with the base on, dipping into the clear. Scrubby brushing as per usual. My mouth speaks louder. It speaks faster than my brain processes, and then it's like, one of those things. I don't know how many times I have to tell y'all this or have told you this before. I am not high or drunk or any of this under any kind of influence when I do these voiceovers, though it probably seems like I am one of the two, if not both. And I promise you, I'm not. I just am a fast talker, it's the way I am. I apologize. So anyway, now we're getting into stamping. So I do not have a sticky base layer from Maniology, so I am using gel base as my sticky layer. So after I get all of those on, because I'm going to be doing stamps on all of my fingers, after I get those, all of my fingers with a thin layer of gel base, I'm going to be putting that in the lamp for 60 seconds. I'm just going to do a full cure because that's what I have my lamp set to, and I just leave my hand in there until it beeps at me. So 60 seconds, and this is going to help make our stamps stick. And so now for the stamping, you need, of course, your stamping plate, stamping polish, a stamper, and a scraper. So I'm going to be trying to grab a hold of this little leaf guy here, and I am using this brown color. I cannot remember the name of it, but I will have it in the description box. And I'm going to scrape that polish right over the picture and stamp it and pick that sucker right on up. And what I have on my stamper that I don't want, I will just be taking off either with my scraper or with a lint roller. A lint roller, honestly, is like one of your best friends when stamping because it does pick stuff up off of your stamper that you don't want there so easily. And so I'm just taking all of that off that I don't want there, turning over my stamper, finding which nail I want it on, and then sticking it on there. And you don't have to put a sticky layer on for the stamps to stick if you work fast enough, which you will see here in a few. I had a situation happen that I will be showing you that. So going in for our other stamp, I'm trying to grab the fox off of here. So there's a fox in there, and I'm just going to take all of the little guys around him away because I just want the fox. And there were a few mistakes made in this mani, and I left all of those in here for the stamping because I was trying to make this stamping focus so that way y'all can like see and know. And I went to say this: not having a properly cleaned stamping plate or a properly cleaned scraper or stamper will affect the image pickup. So now I'm just going to put this fox here on my thumb on the corner. But back to stuff being cleaned properly when it comes to stamping. I did not clean my stamper, scraper, or plate like the right way. I was using just regular alcohol for my plate and not actually just like, I was just using the lint roller to clean my stamper, and it just didn't work. I cleaned it all the right way, which I will get to. Here you go. I am showing you acetone. Use acetone to clean your plate. Use acetone, use acetone, use acetone to clean your plate. This is going to dry 100% faster than alcohol. It's going to get everything off. Use that to clean your plate and your scraper. Use warm water and soap to clean your stamper. Do not put acetone on it because it will dull it. And you just sit it out to dry, and there you go. Now, I had an incident where I had some fuzz stuck to my index finger and middle finger, so I used alcohol to wipe it off, and that means my tacky layer is gone. So here's where we get into the troubling situation. My tacky layer is gone off of those two nails, and I'm picking up this Happy Autumn stamp and removing the stuff off of it that I do not want, and here is the situation. It's not good. So I'm going to do this. I'm taking my sweet time here, cleaning up that stamp, making sure nothing's around it that I don't want. Just taking my time. And by this time, the polish has already had time to dry a little bit. My finger does not have a tacky layer on it. And it does not want to stick. See? No sticky. So I take the rest of the stamp off of my stamper. I'm going to use alcohol again to get the polish off of my finger. And I'm going to go one more time, and I'm going to show you something else. So I have not properly cleaned this. It still has old polish on it. And I'm going to go right over it again with more polish, try and grab a stamp. It's not going to pick it all up. It's missing some stuff and it's smudged. So this is why you want to clean your plate with acetone, get all of that polish off of there before trying to pick up another one. Now, on occasion, this does work, which again, you will see me do here in just a second. So I'm just scraping that, and I'm making sure that it's not bunched up, that the polish isn't bunched up on the image. So you'll see me scrape that one twice to get the polish away. Now, because here I did not take time to clean off that stamper, I just tried very carefully to put the image down that I wanted, and I worked fast enough. I was able to get it down without having a tacky layer on my nail. So that is what I mean. Now, what little branches I had left over from that image, I actually really liked, and I put it on my pinky nail because that one has the tacky layer on it, and the polish had already dried some. So now what I'm going to do, and see here, I'm just taking a little bit of alcohol and rubbing the small piece that I didn't want on my pinky away. And so now what I'm going to do is just do that exact same thing that I did and how I ended up picking up those leaves. Now here is where I'm saying it can work, but it's not the best idea. My plate was already dirty and I just went right over it to try and pick up those branches. It worked. We're good. But again, it can not work also. It's something you just got to be patient with and figure out for you. And I'm just putting that on my middle finger. And any pieces that want to stay like kind of standing up or sticking out or whatever, after I'm done stamping, I'll just lightly press down with my finger. And that is that. Now on my thumb, I'm sorry that I didn't mention while I was on my thumb, but you probably seen that a part of the fox's head did not stick down, and I was able to actually just repress that down and line it up good, and it actually was able to stick the second time, and so it doesn't look like I messed up or anything. That's something else that you can do. Just be patient with yourself. If it doesn't work and you can't get it to stick and you have to start over, just be patient with yourself. It still happens to me sometimes. I wasn't fully expecting that stamp to stick, but thankfully I was able to fix its head, and it did. Now I still have fuzzies. You see me picking some off of my thumb, so that's going to come into play later as well. And I am going to end up with a little mistake on my index finger as well. So all in all, I'm putting on the smudge-free top coat here. And see, here I am picking off more fuzzies from the stupid cotton round. So beware of that. After I have the no smudge top coat on from from Maniology. Sorry guys, Maniology. These things, oh my goodness. Okay, Maniology, which I do have a discount code for. It's an affiliate code. It is just Cloyce, Cloyce. And that will get you 10% off. But once I have that on and it's dry, I'm going in with my activator. And with this, you'll see me like not fully swiping down because it does want to your brush kind of wants to stick to that top layer of smudge free. And so I just started dabbing it around, and I did not wipe off my nail with paper towel. You usually do that before going in with your top coat. You'll wipe your activator off of your nail to get any extra off. I did not do that because I did not want to smudge my stamping. So what I did was I just shook my hand in the air a little bit, gave it a few extra seconds to dry, and then went right in. And I am still 100% making sure that I am wiping my brush off after touching my nail. And so now going in with the second layer and capping my free edge, and we just keep doing that. Now going back to this Mani not being perfect, there were a few mistakes that were made with the whole fuzzy situation. Like I had a few random fuzzes that were still sticking out that I had to go back later and try and get rid of by just cutting them, and of course they're stuck in the top coat, and it was a whole situation. And then I don't know if I like completely didn't go all the way up to my cuticle during one of the layers of top coat on my middle finger, but there was like a weird line situation going on there, which you will see possibly here in a little bit. And so this mani was not perfect. And I guess my point is that no matter how far you are in to your mani journey, whether it be your first time or your 100th time, we are all still going to make mistakes on occasion, and it is okay. Your nails do not have to be 100% perfect. Nobody expects them to be. You go to a salon and nobody expects your nails to be 100% perfect. Mistakes are made. You will get better. Your next mani will be better. But sometimes we just all have those off days. And, you know, it happens. So all you can do is just be patient with yourself, and whether you decide to leave the mani on because you still like it even with the few mistakes, or you decide to take the mani off and try all over again, it's okay. Be patient with yourself. So I guess that's my whole all in all with this video, is just be patient with yourself. You will get there. And even when you get there, once you get there, you might have a mani that takes you back a few steps, but you just get back up and you keep going, because it will be okay if your nails do not look perfect. Okay, guys? Be patient with yourself. So this was my mani. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye, bitches.